This Kansas father to daughters is the judge of the Division 14 Family Court in the 10th Judicial District of Johnson County, Kansas, Judge Paul Will Burmaster. This man was also a father in the family court of Judge Paul Burmaster in Johnson County, Kansas. On June 24, 2022, Judge Burmaster began to lead a course of action that crossed the Constitution, as well as federal and state statutes causing direct destruction that harmed this dad's daughters. The Escalante father was defrauded and forced out of fatherhood, and was expected to be okay with that. He just spent 20 months learning state and federal laws and how to apply them. No one was permitted to tamper with identified best interests of Escalante children. That plan was built for them over 5 years ago, and mother drafted it and father agreed of its contents and co-parenting above all. This is how far corruption and perversion of best interest has gone in the Escalante cases.
The Kansas Family District Court knew he issued a temporary extended domestic violence protection order until only August 10, 2023. This single transcript from October 18th shows many things. It shows to people involved in a crime in a children's custody case and a father and his daughters who were the victims. These two perpetrators, Judge Paul Burmaster and attorney Christopher T. Wilson. The temporary extended order was purportedly made permanent on August 10th, but the judge fumbled the sheriff's service inside that hearing of 22 CVO 3391. And Burmaster is seen again in October trying it again. Give the judge the benefit of any doubt. Let's say he did legally extended the protective order on August 18th, 2023. Well, he still can't do to time back to back. So what is judge doing here on October 18th? He's committing a crime of 21-5907, simulating legal process. Knowingly violating a Kansas criminal statute is what he is doing. Distributing a court order that he knows expired the Kansas father with the intent of making the dad believe that a protective order was just legally extended. To place on him and others that they are to take actions that are reliant on their belief of a valid protection order being in place. Judge is deceiving the father and the family court and local law enforcement. Because remember, he signed the temporary order that he knew and said August 10th was an expiration date. And the opposing counsel of the cases, who is mother's attorney, Christopher T. Wilson, is fully cognizant that a crime was committed with a motion and order drafted on July 24, 2023. Because Wilson is the one who wrote it. Ta-ta, Mr. Wilson. Is that what the Kansas bar says you are permitted to do while holding license number 15527? No, it's not. Christopher T. Wilson, you are aiding and abetting a crime and in violation of Kansas Professional Rules of Conduct Rule 8 for Section F in the Escalante children's custody case.
The dad just put judge as a defendant in 3 federal civil rights lawsuits over the course of 12 months and into a county protective order the same day. And sheriff served judge in his own courthouse. The father has obviously been underestimated. The Kansas Supreme Court was just handed several mandamus writs to terminate years of void orders. The Kansas Attorney General's Office for Public Protection just inserted a probe, asking for a copy of a protective order that doesn't exist that Burmaster says does exist. Loss is now accruing in each defendant's sphere. Father suggesting minimize losses to the defendants now, that is in the best interest of children. Which leads us back to this. There were many children counting on Judge Burmaster, I'm sorry. But he let many children down, not just the Escalante children. There's over 1 million views on this matter that originates out of the Kansas family courts. And it should be handled more properly than it has been.